In this video, guys, we're going to look at if you are a day trader, should you be trading every single day? Stay tuned. Hey traders, a very warm welcome to you. Thank you for joining me. All right, so if you're a day trader, should you be trading every single day? If you rewind 15 years ago, you would find me in front of the screen from very early in the morning before the European markets opened, all the way through till the US markets had shut at 9 o'clock, and then sitting doing prep. It was a long day, and I did that for a long time. Number one, because I absolutely loved trading. I loved sitting in front of the screen. Number two, because I was finally getting some traction in the markets, I was finally making some money after a challenging initial few years in the markets, and so I wanted to really push the throttle down. And number three, the markets were volatile. There's lots of opportunity there. Now, fast forward to where I am now. I'm in a position where I feel I have better success and move the needle more when I'm really aggressive when the opportunity is there. Like at the moment in time, we've got loads of volatility, loads of opportunity, loads of trade setups happening. I've almost always got a trade position on. I've almost always, if I haven't got one on, I was always one waiting to come on. Whereas, maybe if you go back several years ago, that wasn't always the case, and so I'd back off the throttle for a little bit. I'd just say, hey, the market's not really volatile. I don't need to be trading every day. Maybe I'd take a couple of trades a week or something, and the setups would just be fewer and far between. When the volatility kicks in, more aggressive. But I recognize that having put in all those hours in front of the screen years ago allows me to come to the position where I know what my strengths are. I know where I make my most money. I know where I'm best. I know where I'm weakest. So I'm going to approach this from, say, somebody who's been trading less than 5 years. So there's a couple of things to think about here. And the first is that, guys, sitting in front of the screens is absolutely priceless in terms of experience. There is definitely something to be said for over trading, and definitely be something to be said for all the other things that are bad reasons to sit in front of the screens all day long. However, from a perspective of gaining experience, it's invaluable. I don't care about all the other things. From an experience level, it is super useful, especially if the markets are volatile. Now, would I suggest sitting in front of the screens all day long if nothing was going on? No, because it doesn't make any sense. You're not going to learn anything. You're not going to learn a market conditions that are really conducive to making money. You're better to do other stuff and maybe scale it back and be very focused at the open, very focused, at the close, very focused at the US open, all these kind of things, rather than sitting all day long. However, when the market is very active, then if you can, and you enjoy it as well, you've got to remember you enjoy it. I mean, it's super fun trading, right, guys? But if you enjoy it, then do it. Anyway, the question is, should you be trading every single day? As a day trader, should you be trading every single day? I think the answer to this is, if you are a beginner trader, then trading small every day isn't a bad move. Now, loads of people are going to disagree with me on this, and I've probably said slightly different things in the past when we've been talking about over trading and stuff, but we're approaching this now from an aspect of, hey, this is just to gain experience. If you can segment the two off and say, right, I'm sitting and I'm trading, but I'm trading very lightly. I'm learning a little bit about market movements. I'm learning about this, I'm learning about that. Then you can almost sit there and gain education for a very small fee. Now, if we're talking about trading from an aspect of making the most amount of money possible, and this might be someone a little bit further down the line, then I would say, and you'll probably agree with me on this, is that you don't have to trade every day, because the opportunities aren't there every day. In actual fact, trading every day leads to over trading, leads to you pushing capital into a trade that really isn't the right kind of trade, and you get frustrated, you lose money, and you end up in a vicious cycle. So you have to separate out what you're trying to achieve here. So if you're trying to achieve experience, then I'm really a big fan of putting in the screen time, only because that worked for me, guys. I put in the screen time, I learned what worked for me, I learned about my price action strategy, stuff that I'm still using day to day, obviously with those different tweaks. I learned about what I like to trade, I learned about all those things that I brought with me now almost 20 years ahead. So I'm a big fan of putting in that screen time and getting the experience. However, that's got to be looked at as experience rather than trying to make money. One of the mistakes that I definitely made was I tried to do both. I tried to make money early on and I tried to get experience. And yes, it kind of worked out in the end, but it was a bit of a rocky and grubby ride along the way. I think the better way is to go, okay, I'm going to trade every day. I'm going to look for some trades every day, but I'm going to trade so small that the numbers are irrelevant. I'm still going to have some skin in the game. I'm still going to trade, but I'm not going to trade on demo, but I'm not going to have, it's not going to be, if I lose every single day for the next month, it's not going to be of any big issue to my account, but I'm going to learn loads. And if you can separate that from someone a little bit more experienced who's now looking to trade to make some money and looking to trade to build a trading account, then you won't be wanting to trade every day, because by going through that season process where you're sitting every day, you'll know what works for you. What's your best strategy? What's your best time to trade? What's your best markets? When are you your best? When are you your worst? And we've got those videos where we talked about how we dig into that to extract that really juicy stuff from your trading journals and from your trading statements and from your trading activity. And then you take that and say, right, well, I'm going to now trade on Monday mornings, and I'm not going to trade on Friday evenings, but I'm going to trade aggressively here. And you can come up with a trading plan. That will definitely, almost definitely, involve not trading every day. Or at the very least, it might involve you trading very lightly some days. Very lightly. Or you might end up having some orders in for extreme moves to catch some little spring extensions on markets that you never get filled. So you're not necessarily trading and taking positions. You've got orders in ready to catch those momentums, ready to catch, but you just don't get them, and that's fine as well. So there's a kind of double strategy here, depending on where you're sitting in your trading career. So let me know your thoughts on that, guys. What do you think? Do you think you should be trading every day? How long have you been trading? If you're going to put a comments in the comment section, I appreciate all your comments, guys. I really do. Just add how long you've been trading, and then say if you do trade every day, because I want to be interested. It'd be interesting to see whether you agree with me on this, whether you think the experience is very useful, or whether you think from the beginning you should just literally just trade what you plan to trade, which is maybe not every day. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on it. Anyway, guys, whatever you're doing, take care, keep the risk managed, and just be sure that you have a plan of action. The final word on this is just to make sure you know where you're trying to go. So if you are sitting there every day, you say, hey, I'm doing this for experience. I'm going to sit here every day. I've got the time to do it. I've got the capital to trade very small for 3 months, and that's my plan. Or my plan is to make X number of make X number of pounds in my trading account, or try to get X number of winners out of it, whatever that metric is, and that becomes a different focus. If you've got the focus, at least then you have a reason for sitting there, and when times get tough, which they will, you've got a reason for keep grinding out, because you've got a goal in mind, or a short-term goal that you're trying to achieve. Take care, see you next one, bye-bye.